Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crypto Late Night Show. I'm your host, Crypto Jackson. Yeah, the Michael movie. It came out last weekend and did a record-breaking $217 million at opening. It was the best for a biopic. I just wish that they had launched a cryptocurrency token simultaneously. I would have aped in with everything I have because it's so hard to find a project that makes money these days in crypto. I had to sell my Bureau chain, my Say, and a bunch of others that I found out that over the past week made less money in revenue than my sister's lemonade stand. She's 12, and she didn't raise $100 million from VCs, by the way. I just couldn't sell. I couldn't sell my Chainlink. I know it's down 82% from all-time highs, I know, but let me tell you something. Are you ready? Amazon Web Services just announced that they're integrating Chainlink. Yahoo! Who are we kidding? It's not 2021 where news like that would have pumped prices by 200%. Now we're dumping. Things could have been worse. I could have bought into Trump coin when it was at $76 and then doubled down 24 hours before the luncheon at Mar-a-Lago. I mean, it's crazy. Even the president is losing money. Well, he's making money, but the president's token is losing money with crypto. The only celebrity, the most ironic individual who made generational wealth in the past 4 years was, I'll give you a moment, try and take a guess. Yes, unfortunately, it is Sam Bankman-Fried. SBF, over the past 4 years, while he's in jail, made 27x from his investment in Solana. He 75x'd his investment in SpaceX. And he 165x'd his investment in Anthropic. Well, according to RFK Jr. and the president, it's 166x.
And I said, well, if the drug was $100 and it raised the price to $600, that would be a 600% rise. Well, if it drops from 600 to 100, that's a 600% savings.
But that's a different story. It's too bad that SBF used stolen customer funds to make those investments. Otherwise, he would have been up there with Warren Buffett. Notable events which happened in crypto over the past week included Fetcher Powell's final FOMC meeting. Aside from me, President Trump was also captured crying. It's always tough when couples go through divorce. We got sidetracked there. Another notable crypto event, Bitcoin event, which occurred this week, was the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, where the director of the FBI, Kash Patel, was seen speaking to what appeared to be around 15 people.
Law enforcement, you're not just prosecutors, although obviously current roles of that nature today.
Dude, what did you expect? The feds at a Bitcoin conference. It's like the ultimate level of KYC. For anyone who still doubts that Bitcoin is not in a bear market after that, I've got some news for you. You can now use the first link in the description down below to betterhelp.com to get a 15% voucher on your first consultation with one of their experienced therapists. Guys and girls, with that, the D-Gens. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's guest. He is a star on the Crypto Banter channel, one of the channels that has the most amount of followers in the industry. I think he's the best host. I hope Ran isn't watching. I think he's the best. He is also one of the best traders, technical analysts. It's a pleasure to have him on. Guys and girls, please welcome Kyle Dupes. How does the atmosphere feel, Kyle?
It feels amazing. It's good to be with everyone. Thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you for the invite.
No, of course. You know, the funny thing is, I texted Kyle like 2 days ago and to see if he could make it for tonight, and we didn't have the green light, so as soon as things were okay, I texted. The first person that came to my mind was Kyle. He's in Dubai. He's a person that knows the markets very well, and we haven't really met in person before, actually. So aside from all that, thank you so much for making it. How is it? How has life been in the bear market these days?
It's good. Bear markets are for building, so I believe the real wealth is made in the waiting and buying near the bottom. So it's always an opportunity.
Well, Kyle, I think a lot of people who are watching this on YouTube and people in the audience that are into crypto know Kyle Dupes from Crypto Banter, know you for your analysis, know you for the trades you make, the very successful trades you make. But we'll get into the Bitcoin outlook and where you think it's ideal to keep money in. I want to get into those juicy questions later, but I believe that the juiciest question of them all is, who is Kyle Dupes? How did Kyle get to where he is today?
Yeah, interesting one. I mean, Kyle Dupes is definitely a normal person, just like probably anyone else out there who was striving for something more, some form of success, and I found it in the crypto market. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a long time. I've really tried to unpack and unravel what trading is really about. Of course, we see a lot of those things online, how they make it look so easy, and $100 to $1 million. The reality
overnight.
The reality is that it's of course not that easy, but the good news is that it's very possible.
So Kyle, how is your childhood? I mean, how did you get to a place where you entered an industry that up until 2 years ago, everyone hated, everybody criticized, everyone said that this is going to fail, and it's an industry for criminals and illicit activity. How did you find your faith in cryptocurrency?
So the story probably started with an interesting documentary that some people may or may have not heard of called Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist may be labeled a conspiracy documentary, but it goes into deep detail where of course, the Federal Reserve came from, and Bretton Woods, which there's a book called The Creatures of Jekyll Island that I recommend people to look into. And I basically understood the way that money worked from a young age, probably around the age of about 14, 15 is when I came across that documentary. And when I, for the first time in my life, actually had disposable income to put to work to look for investments, I simply Googled what's the highest performing asset class in the world. And at that point in time, which was 2017, it was Bitcoin. This was before the price took off for that face-melting bull run from, I think it based out at about 2K and ended at just below $20,000. So huge move. And I read the white paper, and it was when I read the white paper that I clicked, this is the solution to the documentary Zeitgeist, and this solves that problem. Bitcoin solves that problem, and that's when I went all in.
Kyle, I think for me and you, and I think the band members as well, and perhaps some of the members of the audience, we know why this system is broken. We know why money is corrupt. And for us, it's obvious that Bitcoin is the solution to this problem. But I think a majority of mainstream who may be watching behind the screen right now don't see that problem, hence don't understand Bitcoin. Can you tell us what that problem is? What is broken in our financial system?
Yeah, the problem is that, of course, governments can print at will. So any time that you can create money out of thin air and expand it very easily, you're going to steal. Inflation is theft, right?
So sorry to interrupt you. So you're telling me, Kyle, that the government has like a money printer on demand, like a button they can press, and pressing this button is just going to print a bunch of money? Is that what you're saying?
And it's even worse than that. It doesn't even have to be printed on paper. It's digitally printed, which means there's really no work involved.
So most individuals either live paycheck to paycheck. I saw a very disappointing news article the other day that said people in America, half of the people in America, are using installments to purchase their groceries. So why should people save? Is saving important? And if so, does it defeat this problem?
Sure. Look, more so than saving, investing. Saving, step one. Step two is to put that money saved to work. Of course, saved money is just going to inflate away as well. depreciate over time. So the money must be put to work, and I do, of course, believe in a form of diversification. It's not, although I love Bitcoin, it's not an all-in Bitcoin scenario because we've seen, look at something like Ethereum, for example, 5 years later, and it's at the same price. So, of course, you have to invest wisely, but yes, even people that are living paycheck to paycheck, I believe, should find ways and means to invest. But more so, they should also look for ways to earn more. That's probably the biggest investment they can make, is investing in themselves.
Well, Kyle, aside from investing, I know you trade. So investing is able to generate great amounts of wealth over the long term when you do it consistently and you're patient. But for me, as an individual, I like to make an active income aside from my investing through trading, which enables me to ultimately invest more. And I know you're one of the most successful traders within the crypto industry. I know you stream every single day, which I want to get into. But as a trader, how are you seeing the market with geopolitical conflict causing energy prices to be at the highest levels that we've seen since Russia-Ukraine? We have the Fed not cutting rates. What is your overview on global markets?
So my overview on global markets is that the foundation is rocky at the moment, despite the equities continuing to soar, the indices, the US indices like the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, screaming to new all-time highs. It's not screaming with a massively strong base and volume behind it. So I think it's a shaky foundation that's probably going to fall at some point soon. And that's a good opportunity for people that recognize that, because if you have a plan for that, this is where generational wealth will be made. So I believe in something called the 18.6-year cycle, which you may or may have not heard of.
I've not heard of it before, no.
18.6-year cycle effectively shows how the US property markets move up for 14 years and then typically move into a bear market or stagnate for another 4 years. And this is the main driver of the entire economy. And we're right at the pinnacle point of that. It's set to peak this year, 2026.
This year, 2026.
Yes. And you're already starting to see listed properties in the US on the market for the longest period of time in a while. It's around 3 months, which is an indication that the cracks are starting to emerge. So I think it's similar to...
Don't tell me 2008.
It is pretty much going to be a repeat of that, but that's going to be a great opportunity.
What's in this?
Put some tequila in there. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity for those who have the foresight to see it coming. And I think it lines up with this current Bitcoin bear market that we're in right now. Now, the real question mark is, will these US equity markets top now while Bitcoin is in its bear market and push Bitcoin lower? Will Bitcoin have one more run and top while the equities roll over to then bring in the real Bitcoin bear market? That will be the generational
What's the answer, sir? Can you
the
give
thing
us
is,
the
when
answer?
it comes to trading, it's ABs, right? It's either this or that. And I know that no one likes the up, down, or sideways scenario, but we have to react. I would lean towards Bitcoin has one more run in it.
Okay, so we're seeing, or you're saying, that the real estate market, particularly in America, is topping in 2026. You think that this year is going to be the top, and then after this year we see a correction.
Yes.
So, and you think that equities will follow. Is that correct?
Equities can squeeze higher for one more year. That's the thing. Equities tend to top after the US property markets. So those could squeeze into 2027 still.
Okay.
Remember that nobody rings the bell at the top. That's the first important thing. And the second thing is the topping formation is a long process. It can take about 12 months.
And with regards to Bitcoin, we know that there's a huge divergence between the S&P, which is trading at all-time highs, but the price of Bitcoin is already down 40% from its all-time high that occurred in October of 2025. Do you see the traditional 4-year cycles, which is what Bitcoin has followed since inception, to continue and produce a lower low in Q4 of the midterm year 2026 and then go up? Or do you think this time is different, Kyle?
I lean towards the 4-year cycles are intact, and this time's not different. And I lean towards a major bottom occurring most likely in October is the date that I'm looking at, which is the usual 365 days, give or take with a few days from the exact top to the bottom.
And to our audience watching, Kyle, for people that want to get into crypto, for people that are in crypto but are a little bit unsure on how to project, how to extrapolate, what's one advice that you would give to everyone watching from your years of experience as a trader? What should you do right now if I had money on the sideline, money invested in the market?
Money invested in the crypto market?
Yes, correct.
In which assets, though? Like, are we going with a broad base of including altcoins, or they're just in Bitcoin?
Well, we're not including the Trump coins and the meme coins. We're just thinking about the top 10 cryptocurrencies.
Sure. Look, I would probably consolidate that all into Bitcoin and maybe a little bit of ETH. If you're just holding the two main assets, the two blue chips that will capture the majority of the upside anyway. So you don't need to be similar to the stock market. Stock picking is a tricky thing to do. And I would say that I'd continue to build a USDT and USDC bag so that when you do put in the ultimate low, you have the opportunity to get in. And then if you don't want to go through all the headaches and the growth pains of trading, what you could do is just dollar cost average in midterm year or bear market year. That's the best time to dollar cost average.
Well, Kyle, I want to go into a round of rapid questions with you, okay? And this is the answers, the juiciest answers that everybody wants to know. Things like where you see the Bitcoin bottom happening in which month, which year, if you think it's going to extend. How big was the most profitable trade you made, and context behind it? How much money did you lose from the markets? Because everybody talks about their financial gains, but nobody really highlights the points where we struggle.
Yes.
And it's important so that people know that even the best struggle.
Of course.
And they can sympathize. So Kyle, I'm going to go into a round of rapid questions, okay? So you can answer them for as long as you want, but these were the back-to-backs that I had in my mind. So in 3, 2, 1, Kyle, what month or year and month do you see Bitcoin reaching its bottom in this cycle?
Well, this year, 2026, October.
October, okay. Kyle, what was the most profitable trade you have made in your trading career?
I'm going to answer this in two ways.
Please.
Because my portfolio is much bigger now, so that might not be such a glamorous trade. Naturally, that would net the most amount of money. But the biggest trade that I had in terms of gains were two trades. The most special one to me was the one that changed my portfolio for life. It was $6,000 that I put into Hemule the cat, which was Vitalik's cat.
What? Sorry?
Hemule the cat, a meme coin. Vitalik's cat, Vitalik Buterin's cat's name is Hemule.
And this must be some sort of investment that provides a dividend and is tied up to some commodities backing it, surely, right?
It pays out in cat litter. Exactly.
In cat litter.
And
and you found this how and invested why?
I actually don't even know how I found it, but I saw the chart was about a breakout.
That's how the most successful trades are made, just
it was a low
spontaneous.
market cap. I took that $6,000 to $400,000 in about 2.5 weeks. So that was a good one. That was a good one. And then there was another one called
6,000
United
States dollars.
Yes.
To 400.
Yes.
In 2 weeks.
Yes.
With cat litter.
With Hemule the cat.
Hemule the cat. Okay.
And then I don't know if you've ever heard of Larry Fink of BlackRock.
I have heard of him, yes.
Of course, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trending at this point in time, and this trade happened after that 400K trade. And there was a token created called Larry Pink. It was Larry Fink, but he was pink.
Please don't tell me you made more than like 10K on this, please.
I made way more than the 400K, but I'll leave that one as undisclosed. And that was the same position size. I put in $6,000.
Why are we doing this show, guys? Let's just do whatever he's doing. So when were these trades happening? Was it in the meme coin season in 2023?
Yes, it was in 2023 in the meme coin season, and that's actually why I moved to Dubai.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. And we know the story with meme coins. If you are in crypto and you're well informed and you know what's happening, We've got a lot of friends that also made good money from memes, but I also know a lot of people who didn't sell, and it resulted in just all of it going back to zero.
100%. And
Did that happen to you?
Many of them went to zero. So it's very important to highlight that I've been in crypto for 9 years, and of those 9 years,
I was 9 when you started. That's crazy.
Incredible.
That means, according to Trump, you're double my age.
Must be. These were the biggest. These were the biggest trades that I had. I waited 9. Well, it happened a bit before then, so I waited about 7 years to get a trade like this. You have to be very patient. You have to be at the right place in the right time, and you have to have the net liquidity and free capital to risk it. Of course. Rewind about 6 years before that, I would never have risked $6,000, maybe 60.
And Kyle, I mean, did you come from a family that was able to give you that money to start off? What was your beginnings like? I think that's what is important to show too, because I know your story. It's very inspirational. Yes. I think the audience deserves to know too.
Absolutely didn't come from any wealth. Definitely not by any means.
Can we please have a huge round of applause to Kyle for that? Super impressive.
Yeah, so no, absolutely didn't come from any wealth. I was fortunate enough to go to, obviously finish school, still go to university, but I funded myself through university. I had side hustles and all sorts of things, and never finished, obviously, or moved into the career that I studied.
Which was what?
It's a form of a medical degree. It's called biokinetics in South Africa, which is where I'm from, by the way.
Do you plan on going back into that at some point?
No. Simple no. I'll be in trades for forever.
And Kyle, speaking of trades, we covered your biggest profits. Now let's go into memories that give us pain and keep us up at night.
Sure.
Which are the losses. What was the biggest loss you suffered in one single trade, Kyle?
In one single trade, probably about, I mean, people are going to sigh on this one, but probably about $650,000 on a single trade.
Wow.
That was swinging like my main portfolio. So that
were you trading Vitalik's dog with this one?
No. I think the position that I was in was Sui.
Oh, okay.
Which we named our cat now, by the way, Sui.
To remind yourself of that daily.
Exactly.
And how did you feel, Kyle? How did you get back up on your knees after that trade?
The truth is that I understand that it's part of the game, so it stung. But, when your portfolio is swinging like that through the ebbs and flows of the market, we have to look back at where we came from. So net, at the end of the day, the portfolio is still up enormously, and you will take losses. You can't not. The bigger your account becomes, the bigger the wins, but also the bigger the losses in terms of like absolute amounts.
Well, guys and girls, that is Kyle Dupes. Kyle, of course, we're not letting you go just yet, but it was amazing to know those facts about you that I think so many people hadn't known before. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know you host daily shows on the Crypto Banter channel. Is it weekdays or also weekends included?
Monday to Friday. Occasionally, when the market's obviously a bit more exciting, I make space for weekend videos. It used to be Monday to Saturday, but now Monday to Friday.
And Kyle, what can the audience, the people that want to tune into your channel, which we'll link in the description down below for the people watching behind the TV screen or the YouTube screen, in fact, what should they expect? At what time can they watch you on Crypto Banter, if I'm not mistaken?
Sure. So yeah, it's every day. Monday to Friday, I should rather say. And the show time is 10:30 a.m. That's Dubai time, so Gulf time. You can just translate that to wherever you are in the world. And you can expect trades, a lot of trades, mostly swing trades, because that's the main way that I trade. Not only crypto, but equities, commodities. I caught the full commodity cycle, bought oil on the 14th of February before actually this whole.
At what price?
That was about $67.
Now it's at 107.
Yeah.
That's a nice trade, dude.
So-
And did you keep it? Are you still in that position, or?
I'm still in the position,
Okay.
yes. I just keep extending the take profit like based on the structure, which has been still pretty strong.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where you can find me. And then of course on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Dupes and at Kyle Dupes _official. And that's where I guess I'll shout from the rooftops when I believe the market's bottomed and I'm all in.
Awesome. And then we're going to see that in October of this year, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully this year. Like, of course, trading, we have to be open to the changes within the market, but base case would be October.
Kyle, so this is going to be the first sort of game that we're going to play together. There's going to be another game that we play, but I mean, I don't know if you want to call this a game or something that puts your whole reputation on the line. But basically, with our guests, we are doing a 2026 Bitcoin prediction leaderboard.
Yes.
Where when we interview, it can be, we have analysts, we have founders, but we just want to even out the game for everyone and ask for one numerical number. It can be $69,261. You can keep it more generic. Sure. But whoever is the closest from our guests on the 31st of December, 2359, 2026 will win one full Bitcoin from our side. Kyle, I'm going to ask the question to you in 10 seconds. And if we can have a quick drum roll for those 10 seconds. Kyle, I want you to look at me, Kyle. Kyle, look at me. I want you to think of a number, okay? This number can get you one full Bitcoin. No questions asked.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you for a reason on why you think it was that number. Okay, Kyle? 10 seconds. Those 10 seconds start now. We don't even need to do this, do we? You already know it.
I have my number. I'll wait though.
Oh, that was fine. But Kyle.
$56,318.
$56,318. Do you want to add a decimal to that just for the fun of it?
0.42.
0.42. So Kyle, you're telling me that Bitcoin is going to be roughly 30% lower from where it is today on April the 29th, I think, 30th?
Yes.
30% lower.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay. That means, guys, I'm going to take a quick water break and open a short position, 100x leverage.
I don't think you need to do that yet, though.
Yeah, no, not yet. Where should I do that? Totally not financial advice, by the way.
I think that if we have a bit more of a relief rally to about 85K, that will be the sweet spot.
Okay. Well, Kyle, can you give us perhaps a technical breakdown, a fundamental on-chain? Why do you come up to this particular number?
I think that Bitcoin will bottom between $28,000 and $38,000.
28?
28 to 38, somewhere within that sweet spot, because when you...
Look, he's laughing, because last show he predicted 38K.
Yeah, that was my last prediction.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you again.
I was right.
Well, the reason is because history doesn't always repeat one for one, but it rhymes quite significantly. So I think maybe 28 could be a little bit too aggressive, but
yes.
But that is the 786 to 886 fib retracement from all-time low to high for every cycle. Price bottoms in that zone, but because we didn't rally as high and as euphorically as we typically would, I'll rather, if I had to choose a bottom, I'll go for like maybe for the 786, which is going to be at about $38,000. So you might just sweep $40,000.
Hold on.
And then I think you have to reaccumulate for a bit.
So you think 28 is possible?
Of course, it's definitely, anything is possible.
Okay. Well, Kyle, I respect you're a trader, but I want to ask somebody else for a Bitcoin prediction that's perhaps not going to make the air get hot all of a sudden.
The good news is when you give the Bitcoin, it's going to be cheaper, right?
That's true.
So there we go.
That's true. Okay. Well, 28. I just can't. I'm not going to be able to sleep at night now, dude. I want to ask, let's ask a couple more people, and then I think we can come to an average that somehow brings it a little bit higher. Because with 60% drawdowns, I'm going to go back to school. So I don't think that's going to be a nice thing for me. But let's ask our band. Our band is usually knowledgeable, apart from Elton last week, where he said that XRP is going to $589. I want to give them another try, though. I think this is going to be a good redemption. Anybody from the band, do you guys have, of course you do.
Yeah.
Go on, Diogo. What do you think is going to happen to Bitcoin at the end of this year? And you're not going to win the Bitcoin, by the way. So
Oh, really?
I'll take you out for
And
dinner.
I'm not gonna make a prediction.
I'll take you out for dinner.
Okay, sure.
Yeah? Okay.
So actually, last episode, my prediction was actually $38,000 between
I
the
know.
786 and the 886 Fibonacci retracement level. But, I was doing some research, and I think, the golden ratio, the connection between Uranus and, Moon. And today is my uncle's 67th anniversary. 67, I actually think that Bitcoin in December will be at $2.1 million.
Well, at least if he's right, he can retire now when he gets the 1 Bitcoin.
Sorry. Your uncle's turning 67?
Yeah.
And what's happening to Uranus?
Oh, wait. I actually got a message from my astrologist, and the prediction is actually $38,850. Forget about
Okay,
it.
all right.
2.1 million.
Good one. Okay. Yeah, I'll request a round of applause. Please give a round of applause to Diogo. You're a funny guy, Diogo. You're a very funny guy. 6'7", amazing. We have some audience members who are Gen Alpha. I mean, is this 6'7" thing?
6'7".
Is 6'7" still Gucci? Are we,
Yeah, it's still Gucci.
It's still.
Yeah.
It's still.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6'7".
6'7".
Okay. 6'7". Okay.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Okay. It's important to appeal to the younger generation. So
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna do 6'7" from now on in every episode. Okay. We need to get more likes. All right. Well, Diogo, thank you. Do we have anyone else from our band who has a prediction about Bitcoin, about something else? Elton? Oh, no. Oh, no, this is not going to end well.
Doge to $1.
No, fair enough. Kyle, what do you think? I mean, that's better than XRP to 589.
I think if Bitcoin goes to 350K, then sure, Doge will hit $1.
Elton? Yeah, my respect for you just went up. You just got some aura points there. Your aura is vibing. Cool. And thank you, Kyle. We're going to put your prediction on the leaderboard. What was Crypto Rover's? We should check. It was around $90,000. 93. So Rover thought it was going to go up. So you're completely opposite. And I'm rooting for you. But I'm going to say that to everyone. But I'm rooting for you.
Well, we'll see towards the end of the year, right?
We will. Guys, we're going to choose one person from the right-hand side of the audience and another member from the left-hand side. I see 2 young gentlemen who want to share their Bitcoin prediction. Can I see your hands again? Angie, I think you need to let them compete for this one. Maybe a game of you're young. What do these guys play? Rock, paper, scissors? Is that still a thing? Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. It was destined to be. Let's give a round of applause. Sir, can you please introduce yourself to us?
My name is Kirill.
Krill. Nice to meet you, Krill. What do you do?
I'm just a student here in Dubai
Awesome.
and trying to just learn more.
Okay, amazing. And what's your favorite subject in school?
I like maths.
You like maths. And do you have an idea of what you want to do when you grow up? Or
Honestly,
now, in
no
fact?
idea.
No
But,
idea.
yeah.
Amazing. Well, you're young, so you've got time to figure it out. That's perfect. Well, there is one thing you need to figure out right this moment, Krill, and that is where you think the price of Bitcoin is going to be on the 31st of December, 2059, 2359, 2026. One number. This number can get you $2,500. Before you say it, what would you do with this money?
Beforehand, I've done some research with Satoshi AI with the support of it, and the number I came up with was $91,000.
91. So you're sticking to 91. No decimals, no single digits, 91.
I can add a decimal like 91,000.67.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Krill. Thank you. We're going to put that on our leaderboard, which is going to appear right over here for you, Krill. Thank you for that. Now we're going to choose somebody that's in the elderly range, that are closer to the other side than to being born. I saw a gentleman that was getting pointed at with the green cap. Are you confident with your prediction? Should we ask you? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's YOLO. Angie, please can we pass the microphone? Thank you guys for helping. Give a round of applause. Please stand up.
Okay.
What's your name?
I'm Joshua.
Joshua. Very nice to meet you,
From
Joshua.
Africa. So hi, Kyle. How you doing? My prediction, I would say.
Wait, hold on. Okay. First, I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. And we want to know what you do. Not what, I mean, I guess you could also want to do something else in the future too. But what do you do currently?
In the entertainment industry.
Entertainment. DJ. Amazing. And what type of music do you like DJing to?
Pretty much open format, everything. Anything you want, I'm your guy.
Awesome, cool. And are you living your dream at the moment, or is there something else?
Yeah, I'm enjoying what I do, so I'm not working a day in the life, you know?
Well, Joshua, if you win the $2,500, what are your plans? What do you want to do with that money?
You want the PR answer, or do you want me to lie?
Well, look, I mean, if you want to be political about it, you're on camera, so I'll let you decide. Well, you know what? Let's hear both. I'm interested. Okay.
Look, I don't know.
Is that the political answer? Or is that the?
You caught me off guard actually with that answer. So.
Okay. Well, that's fine. 2.5K. I guess you want to keep it a secret. That's fine. Okay, Joshua. The moment of truth is here. You need to give me one number, one specific number that's going to go on the leaderboard.
Okay.
And if you win, you get 2.5K at the end of the year. What is this number, Joshua?
110,000.
110,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
No decimal, just 110,000.
And there is no reasoning. You're just YOLOing.
Look, I just got something. That's my number.
Awesome. Well, 110,000. I like that. Kyle, you know how it's the bear market, right?
Yes.
And you know how investors like us are not, well, me at least, we're not doing so well.
I do understand.
You understand? That means you're not in the same boat?
Not in the same boat,
okay,
but
right.
I used to be at one point in time.
All right. Well, I don't want to do this anymore now. Look, it's the bear market. I'm struggling. So I decided to participate in a crypto cooking competition. They said if I cook well, then I'm going to make a bunch of money. So I said, hey, am I going to be embarrassed? I'll do it. Worst case, I'll learn how to cook something. So I went to CryptoChef, and it didn't turn out so well. Let's take a look.
Only 30 seconds left to finish your dishes. Go, go, go! What are you doing?
Chef, I'm observing the market.
I'm sorry, what do you think this is?
It's a high-risk environment.
I beg your pardon?
Look, let me explain. You see, there's clearly a double top forming right now. As soon as we break the neckline, it's going to go lower.
You need a dish if you want to enter.
Yeah, I will, but I'll just get in cheaper.
I'm going to lose it with this guy. Show me your dish.
Chef, let me present to you my dish.
Why did you come here?
Well, they told me that it's a good opportunity to make money in the bear market, but Clearly it wasn't.
Someone get me some bread. This guy's an idiot sandwich. Get out! Bloody get out!
Whatever, dude. Now it's time for FOMO Button. Kyle, every single episode, we play a game with our guests. And you know, we put a lot of research and development in making sure the games are fun. This week, I wanted to play something called FOMO Button, where we're gonna get 3 charts. Mr. Guitars, we're gonna get 3 charts, right? 3 charts where I don't know the answer. So you and I, actually you, will decide if, with your technical analysis genius and years of expertise, if that chart is gonna go green or red.
Where's the sideways option?
There is no sideways option. So once again, Kyle, we're putting your entire reputation on the line. But this time, people are not going to wait until the 31st of December 2026. We're going to find out if you're actually a good technical analyst with this fun game.
It feels like a lot of pressure.
It is. It definitely is. Well, let's take a look, producers, at the first chart, which I've never seen before. Okay, it looks to be the price of Bitcoin. Okay, so that looks like the price of Bitcoin on the daily. It seems recent to me, but I don't know. That's the only clue I'm going to give you. Well, you know it better than I.
Tough one. How is this a pressure thing? Like you have to be quick?
Yeah, exactly. So no, you got all the time in the world. Obviously, the more time you take means,
sure,
you know, but.
So is this chart already played out?
This chart is from history. It's from Bitcoin's history. It's either gone up after it or it's either gone down after it. And according to what you believe, pick your button. Red. There's 2 technical analysts that do this daily.
Yes.
There we go. You got it right.
There we go.
Nice. Okay. Well, I have a feeling that the producers are not going to go as easy on us on the second and third charts, because this one is easy. This one's very recent. So producers, let's please cue in chart number 2. Okay, so
Bitcoin 30-minute.
Kyle, this one is much tougher.
Yes.
I'm not an intraday trader, but it looks like to be a 30-minute Bitcoin chart.
Yeah.
But to help you, you've got the RSI. What do you think?
Can we see it again?
Yes, of course we can.
I know that they're going to try and trick us on one of these.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. No, I'm joking. You have all the time. Yeah. But let's not.
There's a lot to unpack in that one. I am going.
Do you guys want some water, coffee, by the way, while he makes this?
This one will be a bit of a gamble.
Okay.
Because I just don't have too much info on that. A low time frame, always way more difficult.
It is.
A lot can happen. I'm going. I think that one's. It should go down. But I feel like they're trying to trick us, and that's why I'm going bullish.
That's the most technical answer I've ever heard in my life.
Sometimes you want to counter the masses, right? This is your producers are the masses. They're trying to trick us.
They do. They do. I know they do. But okay, I want to look at the chart as well. I need to analyze this a bit carefully because I think they've given us a hint. I don't think they're evil. So can we see the chart one more time, just for my benefit, please? Look, the RSI, we can see, so the oscillator at the downside, for all of our live audience, there's like this line, which is purple, below the charts. And using that, you can do some form of technical analysis. I think when we went back in history, let's keep the chart up, please. When we went back in history, was there a divergence? I'm looking for divergences. There wasn't a divergence, but now there is. I think it's a bullish one, and I'm going to say long 2. Let's take a look.
Let's get the results.
Let's see. 2 for 2.
Oh. Yeah.
2 for 2, baby. Yeah, make sure to subscribe to both my channel and your channel because we're the best traders in the world. I mean, we just proved that right now. Because even if we get this one incorrect, you're only going to win 2 out of 3 trades to be profitable.
Yeah, so we've won already.
So we've won already.
We can't actually lose.
But just we can't lose. You're right. But just to boost our egos a bit more, because I feel confident, I think we'll get 3 out of 3. Let's take a look at the third chart. It is the 1 hourly chart, and the hint this time is MACD. It looks like it's turning from red to green. I don't know if it's too
I
reliable.
feel that, yeah, the producers are throwing us a bit of a bone, maybe. Because there is some wicks that are kind of rejecting around that, that big down candle, but I think they're making it kind of easy with the MACD. I think they want us to look at the MACD.
Bullish, right?
So I've chosen.
But wait, the MACD had gone bullish.
Yeah, it's
if they're
flipping
tricking
bullish.
us, then that means
No, I don't think they are. I think I think I've changed
I don't
my
trust
mind.
these guys. You can't fool me. Red, baby. Let's see where it went. Three out of 3 for Kyle Dupes, guys and girls. Congratulations, sir. I think you've earned all the reasons for why everybody should go and subscribe and watch your show. You said it was Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday.
10:30 a.m. GST time.
Yes.
Kyle, it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing your story. Thank you so much for your predictions. And yeah, I hope to have you again sometime soon. Kyle, to show appreciation to our comments from the first episode, which did really well, and we want to give back by looking at the top 2 and just see if we could answer them both. So we have 2 comments coming up on the screen. Thank you all for liking the content, for leaving your comments. It was amazing reading through all of them. Thank you all so much. It means the world. And if you have any suggestions or anything you want to share, put them in the comments section, and in the next episode, we'll review 2 more comments. Producers, let's please see the first comment that we have selected. Okay, so this one is from Speedy Ronaldo _7. They say, crazy, heart emoji, waiting eagerly for the next video. Well, Speedy, let us know if you enjoyed this interview with Kyle. I think it was awesome. So let us know if you ended up enjoying it. And for the second comment, producers, let's take a look. It is from Little Cat J, who says, great show, please invite Chris Crypto. Well, Little Cat J, I have some good news for you. Fingers crossed, Chris should be on in the next couple of weeks. So keep the notification bell turned on. Thank you everyone for watching. See you all next week.